Hello, my name is Dr. David Porter. I'm the adjunct tuba instructor at George Mason University. And I'm going to be performing the district band tuba etude for you today and give you a few tips on how to make it successful. Here's the etude. All right, so there's a few tips about this etude that will help you be successful. The first is breathing. The tuba needs to breathe in certain places the other instruments may not. After dotted notes, after quarter notes they have accents, after half notes, after whole notes sometimes. You may or may not notice that I was taking little breaths after each of either the dotted eighth notes or sometimes the quarter notes to keep my breath going and make it feel like the same as when I started. So it's very important to keep breathing in this piece and make it last all the way through that you feel good. The next is rhythm. Without good rhythm, we just can't stay together as a band. So you need to practice this piece with the metronome at about 88 is fine. It doesn't need to go faster. It could a little if you want it to, but it doesn't need to. And the main thing is subdividing and keeping your 16ths on the syllables, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a. And then in the very last measure, you notice it has triplets. So now we're going to subdivide 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, and make a distinct difference in all those things. Please notice that in measure, in the fourth line, second measure, there is an extra beat. The quarter rest is a mistake. It should not be there. Fourth line, second measure. So we leave that out when we play it so that we have 4 beats in the measure. So good rhythm, make sure you subdivide accurately and keep the tempo steady as you're playing. And then the other thing is shape of the line. We want this to sound like a musical piece. One little trick that I do is to crescendo on the descending passages. So when I started at the beginning, I started pretty loud, got a little less loud as I went higher because it's going to sound loud anyway. We don't need to push it. But all the other places where it was descending, it would get louder as I got lower. If I started on a low note, make that come out. And then descend, as we ascend in the higher notes, get just a little softer. This will help give the whole piece shape, like up and down, hills and valleys. Is what we want with our emotional musical setting that we want to do. Then the other thing that's having to do with shape, besides the hills and valleys like that, is to keep in mind the horizontal line. Look at the first note of the piece and the last note of the piece. They both end on C. They start and end on C. So you want to keep that in mind as you go, like you're going somewhere. You want to take the listener on a musical passage or a journey through the piece. Make sure that as you're playing it, it doesn't get static and feel like it's starting to drag back. So a lot of different things like that can be applied to this. Record yourself and listen to it. Do you hear everything? Do you hear all the notes sounding the same? Do you hear your tone and timbre sounding beautiful on every note? Hopefully this will help you be successful, and we look forward to hearing you at District Band. Take care.